Hey guys, this is Jordan.
And I'm Jared.
And we are JJ Cruise. We are here on the first cruise ship to sail out of the United States in 2021. And we're going to take you around the ship today.
Yes, we're going to take you around Celebrity Edge, and we're starting from the bottom and going to the top.
Before we do it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this with a friend, and as always, thanks for watching. Alright, we are starting off on deck 2, and there are a few things on deck 2. I do want to point out that we are in the forward elevator bank. Back by the aft elevator bank is where the hospital and medical center are. But there's two awesome things here on floor 2. First, the basement. And this is the teen club aboard the Celebrity Edge. Let's just see if we can peek inside here. You can see some really cool furniture in there. Looks like a fun place. And then of course deck 2 is also where you have the magic carpet that comes down, and this is where the destination gateway is to get off to all your favorite ports. So this is where security is going to be, as well as the magic carpet area to get on and off. Today we are in Nassau, Bahamas, and so you can see people coming back through to get on the ship. Alright, coming up one deck, we are now at the aft of deck 3, and we're going to walk all the way to the back of the ship first. Where we're going to find a couple of the restaurants. So if you don't know, the dining on the ship does work a little bit differently than other ships. There is no main dining room. Instead, there are 4 smaller dining rooms, and each one has a few special selections that you can pick from, which makes it like a unique experience. It makes it like a specialty dining experience. So 2 of those restaurants are here on deck 3 in the aft. The first being Tuscan, and this is an Italian-inspired restaurant. The theming in here is really, really cool. Definitely very elevated. And the food isn't too bad either. We've actually had a couple of meals in here that have been really good. I do like some of the art in here. It's very cool and it's very unique. Each one of these dining rooms really does have its own theme, making it a very special experience. Coming out of Tuscan, of course, you do have stairs that will take you to deck 4. And right across the way, you have Normandy. This is again one of the second of the 4 restaurants. Smaller dining rooms here. You can see again, very unique decor. You've got a lot of corals. And delicious food again. Now Normandy is French inspired, so it is going to be your little bit more European meals. We ate there our very first night, and you technically do get assigned one of these dining rooms, though you can go to any of them, and it was really good. Now I do want to point out some of the art. The art on the ship is really cool. Take a look at this art. It's like the paint is just dripping from the frame, and it goes all the way down to the floor. It really is very cool, and it's supposedly pretty expensive as well. Carlos Nicanor. You've got some bathrooms here right outside the restaurants, and then something else that I really want to point out here that is a unique feature on this ship that I've never seen before. As you're walking past here on the right, you see all these panels, and you're like, oh, this is a cool like installation piece. What you don't realize though is between the panels, that is the ship. That is the inside of the ship. How many times have you been on a cruise ship and you've been able to see the raw inside steel of the ship We think that this is honestly one of the coolest things ever. Someone pointed this out to us. So if you're on the edge, come down to deck 3 so you can see the ship. You also have, of course, additional more art that is just beautiful and unique, making this this ship feel new and luxe. Now coming up here, you do have your shore excursions desk. You're gonna find a lot of the areas here aboard the Edge are non-traditional in terms of, you know, desks, and you don't really have a queue to wait in. You just walk up and someone helps you. And next to the shore excursions, you do have the concierge. So again, very similar here. There's self-service iPads at all of these places to help you help yourself. But then of course, someone will be here to also help you. You can tap your CPAS card on these. Your information will pop right up. It's actually very easy and very convenient. All right, and then here in this lobby, you do also have guest relations. So this is gonna be where you're gonna come to have any of your questions answered, if you need to pay off some things from your bill, if you have problems, if you have any type of issues, guest relations is going to help you here on deck 3. Moving right along, we are now coming into the Grand Plaza area, and this is the very first floor of the Grand Plaza. The Grand Plaza does span several decks, but this is everyone's favorite gathering place because during the day, it's nice and quiet, but then in the evening, you do have the Martini Bar. Now, a little tip here, the Martini Bar every night will have a little show where the bartenders are juggling and the lights are going crazy. It is so much fun and it's so cool. The bartenders here are extremely talented, and we always have a lot of fun here at the Martini Bar in the evening. It does happen every night at 10 p.m. All right, we are now at the forward of deck 3, so we're all the way on the opposite side. You cannot walk all the way through to this, but this is Camp at Sea. So this is gonna be your kids' club on board. It is closed right now and the doors are locked, so we can't go inside. But if you have kiddos on the Celebrity Edge, this is gonna be where they're gonna hang out during the day while mom and dad enjoy, relax by the pool, and have a great vacation. Here are the activities posted right outside. This has been a little bit of a unique cruise because there's only been about 20 kids on board, but this may be a little bit more active, obviously, as things begin to open up here in 2021. We are now up a floor on deck 4, again in the aft. Now, as I was talking about those 4 restaurants, there are 2 on deck 3 and then there are 2 on deck 4. So we're gonna walk this way and we're gonna showcase the restaurants first, and then we're gonna walk back. We'll show you some of the shopping opportunities that you have on this deck. The shops on this ship, I mean, everything is next level, but the shops are really, really quite something else. So right back here, all the way at the aft, you have Cyprus. Now Cyprus is, again, it's 3 of the 4 restaurants, and this is Mediterranean-inspired food. Now, I'm not much of a seafood eater, but Jared said that he loved the Greek-style grilled sea bass. You have some really, really, again, awesome and unique decor from the other restaurants. And you can come here to get your Mediterranean fix. The food here is really good. One other piece of advice, if you get the dessert, the Greek-style yogurt, it is not a sweet dessert. So just know that. If you like a more savory dessert, I'd recommend it. If you're looking for something not so savory, maybe get some cheesecake or some chocolate cake. Again, you do have a staircase here, so you can get up to deck 5. And then across from Cyprus is the Cosmopolitan restaurant. Now this is gonna be your more American-inspired food. So, you know, they're gonna have things like steak, and we do recommend the Manhattan steak. It was honestly one of the best steaks we have had on a cruise ship. And that includes steaks at specialty restaurants. We really, really liked it. This is just chic in here. I love the chandeliers, and of course, you walk into a wall of wine. All right, coming back out here, you are gonna have your restrooms in a similar place near the entrance of both of these restaurants. So you're gonna have bathrooms here coming up right around the corner. And then you're gonna have everyone's favorite area, the shops. Now the bathrooms, just so you know, do all have buttons that will open themselves. And we're just gonna show you this bathroom. The bathrooms on the edge are really, really nice. And one of the most awesome things that I've ever seen on a cruise ship is these towelettes. So you don't have to actually use a hand dryer. They do have, obviously, paper towels, but to be more green, you can use these towelettes. And then there's little baskets on the floor that you can actually place the towelettes in, and then those get cleaned every day by the crew. All right, coming back out here again, look at this wall. I mean, it's so unique and so cool. Everything feels so modern. So here on the shops, we do have Sense of Self. It's a little bit hard to see, but this is gonna be a lot of your accessories. So things like bags, they have a Coach section in there, they have Louis Vuitton, they have Gucci. I mean, all of these high-end bags. If you want one, you can get one here aboard the Celebrity Edge. And then of course, right next to the bag shop is called the Gym. No explanation needed on what is sold here. But again, the jewelry aboard the ship is gorgeous. The next shop is called Time Is Now, and this is going to be your watches and some other accessories as well. A lot of these are closed right now. You can just kind of peek in there and see lots and lots of watches. And then right across from these shops is, of course, the casino. Give you a quick walkthrough of this casino. I will say, and maybe this is just me, the casino on the ship does feel a little bit small, I think, in comparison to the size of the ship. You know, this is kind of a mid to large size ship, but the casino, you can kind of see it goes down there. In the middle here, you do have tables, and this is a non-smoking casino. So you can see the one end of the casino there, that's the cashier's desk is down there as well. There are $5 minimums on the roulette table. And then of course you have a variety of slot machines here in the casino for you to enjoy. And then up here is the bar. So you've got the cashier at one end, you have the bar up at the other end. I will say something else that is a little bit strange about this casino, and this is maybe starting to become a new thing, because we noticed that on Adventure of the Seas too, there's no host desk. The hosts just kind of walk around, and if you want them, you can just grab them, and they'll be more than happy to help you. They've been really helpful on this ship. So here is the casino bar. The casino's closed right now, as is the bar, but this place is definitely hopping throughout the evening. We have a few additional games here up at the front in the bar. All right, now we are coming out to Deck 4, Grand Central Plaza. So remember, like I said, that the Grand Central Plaza spans several floors. You do have some specialty restaurants here in this area. So this is Le Grand Bistro. This is open for lunch as more of a casual French restaurant. And then for dinner, this turns into Le Petit. And if you've not seen Le Petit, it is a unique dining experience where there's animation on the table and little fun cartoon characters make your meal for you right in front of you. Now they do have to-go selections here of different specialty breads for additional costs. Here's that menu. In this restaurant, it's very nice, it's well thought out, it's nicely themed. I will say, Some of the restaurants I do think they're still practicing some social distancing in, because it was not too full when we went there. There was a lot of space around us in the restaurant. Right outside here you do have a ladies and gents restroom. These are single stall, just so you know. And then as we come around here, you do have Cafe Al Baccio, which is your coffee shop. So this is the place where you can come to get your coffee, your teas, as well as some of your favorite sweets.
Hello.
We're gonna circle around the main area. Now we were just on deck 3, that's where the martini bar is. I want to get a really great view of what they call the heartbeat of the ship. And honestly, decks 4 and 5 are where you can get that view. You do have a staircase here, right next to the area that is seating for Cafe Al Baccio. But I want to walk right around here and just showcase this amazing installation. And this also goes with that martini show that happens at 10 p.m. This will light up, and it's a light show in and of itself. It's so cool. Now you do have this little mid area here as well that is between decks 3 and 4. And this is just an area where you can sit, enjoy live music in the evenings. There will be different performances that will happen here throughout your cruise. And it's a great place to just congregate and gather. I like the theming, it's very tropical. The seating is also really comfortable. So you can always come here to the Central Plaza to enjoy a night out. Alright, we're gonna walk back this way towards the forward of the ship, where there are some additional stores, and there's actually a very unique store here on board. So Celebrity Edge does have the only Apple store at sea that is duty-free. So this is an Apple store where you can purchase Apple products, real Apple products, and you don't have to pay taxes on them. It's called the Celebrity Eye Lounge. And it's also a great place where you can come and work. And then right over here on this wall, you can see all of your options for your Apple fix. When you need a new computer, a new iPad while at sea. They do also have JBL speakers, which if you've never used one of those, we love that we have a few. All right, coming right back out here. We're gonna have the photo studio here on the left. So of course there are a number of photographers you can use on board if you do want to take pictures for any special events or engagements that may happen, or maybe if you're getting married aboard the Celebrity Edge, this is going to be the photography studio where you're going to meet with that photographer. And then they also do have your studio lounge here, where you can find on the screen the different pictures that have been taken while you have been at sea. And then there is a photo gallery back there as well, where you can make purchases if you needed to buy like an SD card, or if you needed any other equipment for your personal camera. You can do that here as well. Now right across from the studio gallery is Celebrity Future Cruise. So this is going to be where you're going to come to book that next cruise on board. They do give a number of great offers for booking another cruise while on board a Celebrity cruise ship, so definitely check that out and make an appointment. I know that it can sometimes be a little bit hard to get in here just because everyone wants to book their next vacation while they're on vacation. Now right across from Future Cruise, you do have a number of additional shops. This is called Attraction, and this is going to be your cologne and your perfume shop. So come here for all of those great scents if you need, if you want to smell nice at sea. And right next to the perfume and cologne shop is called To the Edge. And this is going to be your Celebrity Edge merch shop. What's really cool is they have a number of partnerships with different companies such as Nike, where they've got specifically Nike and Edge merch in the store. Definitely go in here and check it out. It's closed right now, but the store, specifically the Edge store here, is pretty unique, and the clothing I have found to be a little bit more premium than your other cruise lines. And then right next to the Edge shop, you do have Spirited. This is your liquor store. So this is where you can come and purchase all of your liquor duty-free while at sea. All right, we're gonna walk across the hallway here and go back just a little because we walked past a really important venue called The Club. Now the Club is definitely the late night hangout spot on board. You can see they do have a screen with the different activities coming up throughout the evening. And it looks like there's an activity in here right now. Let's just take a look and see.
Right here, so speedy.
So there's going to be a lot of different activities. Oh, there's Deal or No Deal right now.
Of course, that is Mr. Tony Stark, Iron Man. I love Avengers and Marvel. Love them. Next one. What is this superhero's real name? Is it Bruce Wayne,
Oh, it looks like
Barry
this is
Allen,
trivia.
Arthur Curry, or Clark Kent? Nicholas still up there on top, yawning, right?
Something else we have here on deck 4 in the forward of the ship is the meeting place. So this is the conference room that you can actually rent out if you're here to have executive meetings, or maybe you're here with some type of event or conference aboard the ship. This is going to be that room. You do see there in the corner they do have drinks, they have coffee, there's obviously an area where they have some snacks, and so this is that meeting room. Now, right next to your shops, you are going to have the Deck 4 entrance to the theater. I want to call out just some of the really awesome art that's out here outside the theater. I think this is really cool. This specific area kind of reminds me of like a Hard Rock hotel. Now, you do have bathrooms right outside the theater. Now, this theater is not your traditional theater that you would find on most cruise ships. It is almost theater in the round. You have a circular stage and the seats come about 75% around the stage. It's kind of like a thrust stage. And it's a great theater. They do a lot of amazing shows here aboard every single night. The variety of shows on the Edge have been pretty amazing. They have had everything from a magician to a boys band to a dance and song show that it will blow your mind. Now, in the theater there is also an upstairs, so this does span from decks 4 to 5, where you do have that balcony in case there's overflow seating and you can't get seats there on the main floor. All right, coming out of the theater here, you do have Park West, which is on 5. Park West is going to be the art area of the ship, so this is where you're going to find different art pieces. And Park West hosts the actual art auctions and art events that happen on the ship. So if you're an art lover, you will definitely become familiar with the Park West team. Their offices are here in this area as well, so if you have any questions about the arts or about purchasing art, this is going to be where you're going to come, towards the forward on deck 5. Now, as we walk out here, this is going to be the top deck for the Grand Central Plaza. And there are some additional shops and specialty restaurants here on deck 5. The first being Raw on 5. Now, Raw on 5 is going to be your seafood and sushi restaurant. Again, I love the theming of this restaurant. I think it feels really luxe. Everything centers around this main chandelier here. And something that's really cool about this is this restaurant actually gets extended when the magic carpet is down here. And you can actually eat the Raw on 5 food while sitting on the magic carpet. And the entrance to that, when it is here, is right over here through these glass doors. All right, coming outside of the restaurant, there's the very top of that heartbeat of the ship. We absolutely love this light. You can kind of see down here into the main area of the Grand Central Plaza. And again, you can stand up here on deck 5 and listen to live music while it happens throughout the evening. Pop on down to 3, get that martini, and come back up onto 5, where you can hang out and listen to the music. We're gonna walk around here before we get to these shops, because there's another important specialty restaurant up here on 5. And this, of course, is the Fine Cut Steakhouse. So this is going to be a traditional steakhouse that you're gonna find on most cruise ships, but Celebrities is definitely pretty good. Again, just really, really luxurious theming in here. You do have this room at the very front. This room might be actually good if you wanted to have a little bit of a private celebration. Looks like it seats 10 people at this table. And it is kind of separated from the rest of the restaurant. Now there is also an outside area on this, this deck. This restaurant's really just classic. It's kind of the theming that you've got here. All right, walking back out here onto 5. We are gonna have restrooms are gonna be up this way. But you are going to have Bulgari, which is again another luxurious shop that you're gonna find on board. And then right across from that is going to be Cartier. So again, you've got your fine watches, your jewelry that you're able to get up here on deck 5. And those restrooms are right over here. So right next to Cartier, that's where you've got your bathrooms that are closest to the restaurants. Now you do again have some really interesting art up here. To find these figurines actually spread out throughout the ship. There's definitely some here in this lobby area of these shops. Again, very unique. Every time I see them, I think that they're an actual person. Just to show you a little bit more Bulgari. Again, you've got your jewelry, your watches, your bracelets.
Laurie? Yeah, where are you? The elevators. There was a bathroom right by Tiffany's.
All right, and then we're gonna actually walk through this area that is, I kind of call it the haunted forest, but it's again, another really, really cool and interesting art installation that's going to take us to this next section of the ship, where again, there's some more shops, restaurants, and then everyone's favorite, Eden. This is such a cool area of the ship and so unique. I've never seen anything quite like this on a ship before. So coming right out here, you do have Blue, and Blue is going to be the specialty dining restaurant specifically for Aqua Class guests. So this is going to be a restaurant that you can only get access to if you are in an Aqua Class stateroom. They do serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner here at this restaurant. And again, this restaurant is very, very cool. Of course, the main theming being the color blue. All right, walking back out here, we are gonna have another shop right away on the left, and that is gonna be Tiffany & Co. So you do have Tiffany's on this ship. Again, some of the stores here are really next level, because these are stores that you're gonna find in like New York City or Chicago, or aboard the Celebrity Edge. And then, of course, just past Tiffany, you do have some bathrooms and Eden. Now Eden it's multiple things. There's a cafe for lunch, there's a fine dining specialty restaurant for dinner, and then there is a specialty craft cocktail bar. Now something that I do just want to say about this area, well, first off, come here for lunch. We highly recommend it. The pork belly sliders have been our favorite thing here at this restaurant. Something to note about the bar, though, is that if you have the standard drink package that comes with the cruise, you're going to be able to get cocktails up to $9. If you have the premium drink package, you're going to be able to get drinks up to $15. There's quite a few drinks here at this particular bar that are over $15, meaning you have to pay the difference. So if you see the menu here and you see a drink for $20, for example, you're going to have to pay that difference of $5. And this is one of the bars on the ship where you are going to find that that will happen quite a few times. But we do love this bar and this area. This area is very, very cool. Now the specialty restaurant area is actually below. So you can kind of see while standing up here, this is where the specialty restaurant would be. Let's go ahead and walk down there.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you? Good.
So we've heard that we didn't eat at this restaurant, but we have heard that this restaurant has a lot of seafood inspired dishes. So if you're not a big seafood fan, we wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But the food here is supposed to be really delicious, and it is supposed to be almost like art. There's people like designing all of the food on the plates. And it is supposed to be that kind of next level restaurant dining experience here aboard the Edge. Of course, you do have really cool art installations here as well. And this is Eden. We are now on deck 12, and the main thing that is up here on deck 12 is the restaurant Lumine. Now this is a restaurant specifically for suite guests only. So you cannot eat at this restaurant unless you are a suite guest. They do serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they have unique dishes that you might not find at any other place in the world. You can see beautiful Nassau in the background. We are at Nassau today. This restaurant is actually a lot bigger than I imagined, and it's quite a bit bigger than other specialty restaurants as well. So this is Lumine. Alright, we are now on deck 14. Deck 14 is packed with a lot of stuff, but we are starting here at the forward. And the first thing you're going to find here is the Ideal Image Ocean. So this is going to be where you're going to be able to get some of those specialty treatments, as well as massages and other things here on deck 14. And right across, you do have the spa. This is going to be where your thermal spa area is. So for those that are in aqua class, you do have access to that. We're going to actually head up the stairs. The spa does go down here, that hallway there. You do have changing rooms down there as well. And then up the stairs is your gymnasium. So let's take a look at the gym. Now the fitness center is actually packed with a lot of workout equipment. Something that I specifically liked about this workout equipment is that you can actually connect your AirPods or your Bluetooth headphones to these machines so you can watch TV or listen to music while you're working out. And of course, who doesn't enjoy the view of the ocean while you're on that treadmill or on that bike? And the gym does wrap around here. We've got restrooms here, all the way. We are going to head into the solarium area, but before we do that, I also wanted to mention that you do have the salon and the barber shop down this hallway as well. So if you were looking for those services while on board, you would come down here to get your hair cut, or of course, get a blowout, a coloring, or your nails done. Whatever you would like to do, they can take care of you here at the spa on the edge. All right, we're gonna walk here through the forward elevator banks into the solarium. And the solarium, of course, is that adults only section aboard the edge. The solarium does have its own pool and hot tub area. And then something that I do want to point out is that you do have the spa cafe all the way over here. Now this is an area where they will serve certain types of juices throughout the day and small bites. This is not necessarily a main restaurant, but you do have your teas, your juices, your coffee, as well as small bites at certain times during the day. Always check that cruise planner to know when certain venues and when certain restaurants will be open so that you don't waste your time walking around this large ship. Now, something that I do want to point out is that this area is covered. So this is actually like an indoor pool. This has been really nice because while we've been at sea, we've had several rainy days. It is rainy season here in the Caribbean. And so it's been nice to be able to be indoors and swim even though it was raining outside. Now, opposite the jacuzzi and the pool area is your bathroom. So ladies will be over there next to the spa cafe, as well as the gents here. And then you do, of course, have showers on each side. So they do always ask that you shower off before getting into the hot tub or pool. Something that I really do love about Celebrity is they don't have a towel system where you have to check towels in and out. They actually have towels here in the solarium all ready for you to go, laying on the beds once you come in here. And that is just an extra nice bonus feature, in my opinion. As you're looking across the pool there, you do see those white recliners. Those actually float. So those are almost like they're a mixture between a hardback chair and a floating mat. You can remove them from the side of the pool deck and float away all day long here at the solarium pool. All right, coming out here to deck 14, this is the pool deck. So right away you do have the masked grill. And the masked grill is gonna be your fast casual food, things like burgers. We really enjoyed the turkey burger here on board, and the French fries are delicious. Something else they have over there that I think that is really cool is they have a sauce station. Let's actually just walk over there and take a look at it. I love the fact that you can utilize all these different sauces with your fries, with your burger. Then of course you do have your ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, your juices, and your ice water. And most importantly here at the Masked Grill, you're gonna find ice cream. And this is self-serve ice cream, and they do have cones and bowls for you to enjoy that little extra snack while you eat. There's a hand washing station over here as well. And then plenty of seating here at the Masked Grill. Walking right past the Masked Grill, we're gonna go up here to the pool bar and the pool deck. And this is one of the largest pools we have ever seen at sea. And it's a it's a great pool deck. It's a little rainy today, so you don't see a ton of people out here, but something that I do want to point out is the jogging track. Now the jogging track is right above us and it goes from deck 15 to 16, so it is elevated. Again, another unique feature here aboard the Celebrity Edge. So you can really get that workout in, not just jogging, but jogging uphill. Now the Celebrity Edge out here on the pool deck does have 2 hot tubs, which we'll see up on the upper decks, but they are those champagne glasses. They're really luxurious and very cool. So you're gonna see one over there, and then there's one right above where we're standing right now. And of course, oriented at the very front of the pool deck is those butterfly wings, another amazing art installation that we love, and a great photo op specifically for Instagram. Coming off the pool deck here, it looks like the magic carpet is here and open, so we're gonna walk in here and take a look at it right now. This area actually moves up between deck 2, where you're going to actually climb aboard at Destination Gateway, and goes all the way up to deck 16. You do see another ship. We're here in Nassau and there's several other ships aboard today, but you do have this bar on board. Now something that is specific to this bar alone is this is the only bar where you can get Veuve champagne by the glass. So if you're a champagne drinker, this is where you're gonna come to indulge. Now this is the same magic carpet that when it hits deck 5, you do have that extension of Raw on 5, and you do have that, that opportunity to actually eat aboard the magic carpet. Here is that magic carpet bar. And something else that is interesting and different about this magic carpet is it actually does not move up and down with people aboard. So they only move it when actually it is completely empty. All right, and then we're coming back out here on the pool deck. Now the pool deck does have these cabanas. This is what the cabana looks like. So do you want to rent a cabana for the day? You can also have the option to rent a half cabana, so they can split this area up into 2. The cabana does come with bottle service, and is a great option if you want that more intimate setting, especially on maybe a busier day on the pool deck. Coming inside here, we are going to go into the Ocean View Cafe, and that is, of course, the buffet that is on board the Celebrity Edge. Now, Ocean View Cafe does have its own bar, its own coffee area, it has an ice cream shop, and it does also have pizza. So you have a lot of options here at Ocean View Cafe, and in my opinion, this is one of the best buffets at sea. So coming right aboard here in Ocean View Cafe, you do have your hand washing station immediately to your left. So of course, wash those hands. And then you have scoops, and this is actually hard scooped ice cream. This is something that I've actually never seen on a ship before, but the ice cream is delicious. It's made here on the ship, and we definitely recommend it. This is the second Baccio, so this is your coffee shop, but this is also a full-service bar as well. So similar to the Baccio Cafe that is downstairs, this is an area where you can get coffee and drinks if you do have that drink package. You have the bakery right here, and this offers all types of delicious baked goods. Just past the bakery station, you do of course have those desserts. You've got your salad bar here. Now something that the Ocean View Cafe is really known for is their Indian food. And this is what a lot of people rave about on Celebrity ships. They say Celebrity does Indian food the best at sea. And Jared can attest to that because he's had it a couple of times for lunch, and he has said that it is absolutely delicious. The presentation is so cool too. You do have all these spices laid out. Oh, the dishes smell, I'm getting hungry. The dishes smell amazing. All right, you do have your cheeses here aboard Celebrity Edge. You've got a grill. You have your American favorites. You have Latin cuisine. Like really, there is something up here for everyone aboard the Celebrity Edge Ocean View Cafe. I want to walk around all the way to the back though, because it is one of our favorite spots, and that is the pizza place. The pizza on board the Celebrity Edge is delicious. Now they do actually make all of their dough on board. Just something that's unique to several other cruise lines. Now, if you do have some type of dietary restriction, or you're allergic to something, the pizza place will make you your own pizza that you can take, and they'll do whatever you need. They really do cater to everyone's needs here. So we're walking in all the way at the back of Ocean View Cafe. And you do have, of course, your water and coffee stations here. There is an area where you can sit outside up here. And then of course, oh man, it smells so good. You do have your pizza joints. And this is the pizza aboard the Celebrity Edge. It does look delicious. And then this wraps around and this comes back out to the other area of the Celebrity Ocean View Cafe. We are now on deck 15 and we're going to check out the rooftop garden and the sunset bar. So we're going to walk out on the deck here. We're going to immediately take a right. Now you do have the jogging track here that does go around this deck and then it goes up to deck 16. So how we saw kind of that incline, that is a part of the jogging track. It's a little bit of a rainy day here in Nassau, Bahamas, but that's okay. We're still living that ship life and having a blast. All right, this is the rooftop garden. And this is the area that is just full of life and nature. It's a really beautiful, serene area where you can come to just relax and get a little bit of R&R.
Okay. See how to down the workshop. Yeah.
So you can definitely see this area up here. There's a lot of seating, a lot of nature.
Got 20 rounds.
Really pretty area to come and relax. Now the very back of the rooftop garden is the rooftop grill. This is another specialty restaurant on board that is barbecue inspired cuisine. So if you want to get your barbecue fix, come on up here to the rooftop garden and check out that rooftop grill. And then of course at the very back of the ship we do have the sunset bar. This is everyone's favorite bar, especially when we're sailing away, because you can sit in these awesome comfortable wicker chairs and you can watch the land get further and further away or the sunset into the distance. There's a lot of seating out here and it does wrap around most of this deck. So you can see the couches and the chairs that you have there where you can sit with your friends or family, enjoy a drink, and enjoy the view. We're coming out of the sunset bar, and like I talked about, that incline, here is one of the first ones, this jogging track. It does go up, so we are definitely getting our workout today as we're walking the ship. But this is a very unique feature of the Edge. Most other ships don't have it. So I'm going to give you a quick view of the behind to show you this incline that we just walked here that heads directly to the rooftop grill and the sunset bar. Now coming up here we do have the champagne hot tubs. So if you remember when we were standing on deck 14, we looked up and we could see the hot tubs there. So there is one right here, and then of course there is another one directly opposite in the other corner on this deck. So you would walk around, follow the jogging track to get to the second champagne class and enjoy your evening up high at sea in the bubbles. Now the hot tubs on this ship do close at 11 o'clock, and that is a little bit different from other cruise lines and other ships. For example, Royal Caribbean hot tubs do typically stay open throughout the night. So if you are looking to get in the hot tub during the evening, just know that 11 o'clock is your last chance to take a dip. We walked over to the other side of deck 16, and up here is where that other champagne hot tub is. So you can actually see in this view both of the hot tubs there. So they're both up here on deck 16. Again, you can see that jogging track, you can see the decline, so if you go down that way, you're gonna get down to deck 15. But we did want to point out that this is where the sun deck is for the retreat. Now the retreat is the area that was specifically for suite guests only. So if you are staying in the suite, you will be able to access the retreat. We did a full walking tour of the retreat. You can actually check that out in another video. So if you want to see that, go check that out. But the retreat is beautiful, it's relaxing. They have a separate bar, they have their own separate snacks, their own separate beverage station. It's really a nice area. The Edge has done a great job of making the retreat extra luxurious and really nice.